Welcome to another edition of Drinking with Craig and Roger. I'm Roger.
And I'm Craig. And you brought us another one today, something interesting. I think I've seen this on the shelves for years, but never tried it.
It's called Viking Blod.
Yes.
And
Yep.
it's really appropriate that Viking Blod is made in Denmark.
Oh, yeah.
So it's Danish,
Nice.
home of very many Vikings. And it is a mead, which is, for those of you not familiar, it's a wine that's made out of honey. It's a very old wine. It was very popular in the north where they didn't have too many grapes growing. So,
Oh, yeah.
so anyway,
It's a lot easier to make, to get, I guess, yeah. It was a lot easier to discover how to make this than
and
grape wine.
it traditionally it doesn't ferment to too high of specific gravity because honey is basically an antiseptic. It can be used to put on cuts and things, and it will help them.
Yeah.
But this one is 19% alcohol.
Yeah, which is not bad.
This is-
I've seen some that are a little stronger, and they've been blended with whiskey. So, as far as one that's just straight mead, I guess that's about normal.
Yeah, and this one also has hibiscus and hops. So
Nice.
we're trying to turn it into a semi-beer, I think.
Yeah, and they said this is based on a recipe from 1700.
Yes.
So,
Unfortunately, the Vikings weren't too active at 1700. They sort of ran out around
I think that's
1000.
fortunate. Fortunately, they weren't very active, right? For the rest of the world.
Yeah, but if you happen to have Viking heritage, it's nice to think back that something happened. Anyway, so shall we see what this looks like? Okay,
Yes.
I am using a stemless wine glass because this is a wine, and
ahead.
you have got a little goblet.
Yeah, this is a, well, as you pour, go ahead. This is a little, like you said, a ceramic goblet I got at a festival in Germany when I was there a long time ago. They served warm mead into this, and I was very jet lagged, but it was very good. Thank you.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
not quite clear. All right. And not as orange as some of the other things I've seen with hibiscus in it, but it's definitely a little darker than most mead that I've seen, which is pretty light.
And hibiscus is red usually,
Usually, yeah.
and they'll make teas out of it, which are pretty delicious. A little tart, isn't it?
Well,
Not a huge nose, but definitely get the honey and some of the herbs.
yep.
Okay, I'm interested to see how the hops affect it. It's a little smoky, which is unusual. You detect some smoke in there? Like campfire type of smoke, like like a shirt the day after you had a campfire.
Maybe a little bit. It's complex. It is at 19%. It's still sweet. Well, it's not really sweet, but it's sweet.
It's honey sweet, the same way that honey is sweet, but also so savory. Same thing. Wow.
And
This is really good.
it's very nice on the palate.
Definitely still picking up on those. So it's the type of smoke. It's a very, very light hint of like Rauch beer, that kind of a thing. It's like the sausage smoke.
Yeah, it's sort of the finish.
Yeah, that's the lingering taste on my palate. Is that?
Yeah, it may come from the hops.
Let's see here. Wow, man, that is delicious. Like you said, complex, but wow, really, really good. And now the smoke is changing a little bit again. It's almost like a barbecue smoke now. It is bizarre.
Well,
It's really strange.
well, that is.
It's very light. It's very subtle. I don't mean to keep harping on it, but it's a surprise to me.
Well, it's sort of like people. You don't get to know them well in 1 half hour. You need to get time. You need time, and I don't think you need as much time to get to know this as well as a person. But
Just
You
as
need,
much time
you need
as
to try it.
as much time as you would take to get to know a Viking in a raid.
Maybe.
Or they're wiping
Well,
everyone out.
you wouldn't have much time.
Exactly.
But I've heard it said that you really, in order to know what a whiskey is like, you really kind of need to drink an entire bottle of it.
Yeah, I don't think this would be the same way. With a whiskey, for sure. This isn't that complex. Well, and the thing is, it's just not as strong as a whiskey. You don't have as much to kind of sort and cut through in terms of the flavor. I mean, it hits you right up front. You might I'm picking up a little bit of different things here and there, but
The center part of it has a little bit of wax taste to it. I can taste the beeswax in it.
wow, yeah, very very vibrant flavors that you're really able to pick out individual things out of it if you really focus. It is this is nice. I couldn't drink too much of this at one time, but I would definitely it's something I would come back to.
Well, let's try something a little different. Okay, I'm going to put an ice cube in.
Okay.
It just sort of seems to me that this might be better a little cooler.
Okay.
Then
you
warmer.
could be right. A little bit. Man. Well, and I could see it being absolutely delicious, like heated up, kind of like I had it when I was in Germany.
That would be.
It was amazing.
That would be in the winter, I think.
But this wasn't.
Oh, okay.
It was a summer day. It had warm mead, so I don't. This glass says der Weinschenk, and I don't know. I tried to look up what that means, and I don't know right now. That could have been something to do with the festival that I was at. Like I said, I just landed and didn't really know what was going on, but had a good time nonetheless.
Okay. Okay, I think we've chilled it down enough for an attempt. That is an improvement, in my opinion. Yeah.
Flavor's about the same, but yeah, the mouthfeel is a lot more pleasing. Man, I think I'm about to toss my ice though. I don't want it to get too watered down, but
No.
this is nice. I'm really enjoying this.
Well, good. It's probably because of your Viking heritage.
That's it. You're 20%, right?
I had one of those DMA tests done by Ancestry. I'm roughly 20% Viking heritage. A lot of it came from England because the Vikings hit England more than once. First in their raids, before 1000, and then when the Normans invaded in 1066. Well, the Normans were Vikings that were in France, and the French king decided to pacify them by giving their own chunk of the country, which was called Normandy, after the Normans.
Yeah.
And so that was Viking blood too. But it gets diluted because the Vikings didn't just mate with themselves. They settled, not just raided. They settled. They blended into the population, farmed, traded, and married local girls. So. Yeah, at any rate. So if I'm about 20%, that means you're at least 10%.
At least. Sure, that's fine. I'll take it.
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to have that much Cherokee blood into you to be admitted to the tribe,
I guess. Yeah.
Anyway.
Wow. Really good. And how will this hold, do you think? Obviously longer than a normal wine would.
Oh, yeah.
But not as long as a whiskey.
Oh, yeah. Well, you have to keep it covered. But yeah, I would think the mead doesn't go bad quite as quickly because of the honey in it, obviously. I would think it'd be safe, a couple of weeks at least.
Okay. Yeah.
Anyway.
How much was this bottle? Do you remember?
I think this was about $25.
Okay, not bad. Yeah, not bad at all. This is good.
Anyway, but I like it.
Yeah, I do too.
I would recommend it if you're interested in mead.
Yeah, definitely good to mix it up. It's nothing like beer. It's nothing like whiskey.
Not even
like
wine.
Not even like wine. It's its own thing. It's really good. So this is a nice, refreshing change of pace.
I think so.
Yep.
So don't forget to subscribe to our channel and send us any comments if you have. And we'd love to hear from you.
Absolutely.
So take care of yourselves, and here's to you.
Cheers. Skål.
Skull.
Skål.
Skull.
Skål.